Oh, it is
All
focused on
right.
me.
What it do, fellers, individuals out there on the world? It is us with the Mesa Thoughts, with a U. So here we go. All right. Neat. Yo, Trey, you wanted to do an intro, dude. Like, go ahead, man. You got the whole thing. Do it.
Hello and welcome to the Maze of Thoughts podcast. Here with Trey 50 Daniel and Eldritch Pig.
Yeah.
How's that for an intro?
Pretty good, dude. Filling up my glass.
So,
You know how it is, dude. You know how it is.
I have something to drink, right?
What do you mean? I almost joined. I almost joined Spanish Voice. I thought he said I always enjoyed. I don't know why I fucking read that in my mind. I read like I always enjoyed Spanish Voice, and I was like, what? I'm Portuguese. First of all, I'm Portuguese, and I think I'm pretty fluent in English. I don't think I'm like, you know.
All of a sudden, the music starts playing in the background. You see people start dancing.
Are you doing good? Are you all right, dude? You need help?
Definitely. I'll always need help. That's first and foremost.
All right, dude. Call 911.
It'll take them at least 15 minutes. Man? So. I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I mean, I'm doing okay. I feel like in about an hour, I'm going to be doing really good. If you catch my drift.
It's a Friday. Might as well.
It is a Friday, dude. It is a fucking Friday. How the streaming's been for you? It's been treating you right?
Yeah, pretty good. I played some Halo the other day, and the new Halo just came out, so.
Yeah, I downloaded it, booted it up, and like I told you, the game is, I don't know, I feel like my PC is kind of a piece of shit at this point. But I felt like it was very, it could use a little bit more optimization.
Yeah, they haven't fixed that yet. I mean, they said they're gonna have a patch coming out next week to fix all the frame issues and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Saturday. Sorry, it is Saturday. Quite true. Anarchist.
For you guys, that's across the pond though.
There is no Halo other than 1 and 2, says Ronald McDonald.
Oh man, what?
I don't think I've played.
How could you hate Halo 3? How could you hate Halo 3?
I think
yes,
the last
it's on PC.
One I played. When did Halo Reach come out? Was that like one of the new? No, I don't know. It was
like 2011. It's like 2011.
Or was it this? Maybe. Let me just look at some pictures.
Or 2010. I can't remember.
I don't think it was this. No. Maybe it was Halo 2 multiplayer. I think possibly. Yeah, it was Halo 2. Yep. That's what I played. Also, I'm sorry if anyone's looking at the video. I'm sorry, I have this fucking like massive tumor here on my lips. It's because of the cold. Cold's been fucking hitting like crazy, and my body my face doesn't like cold, so it just starts creating all kinds of shit on it. But yeah, there's literally no improvement or sort of downgrade. It just stays the same. Fugly as fuck. Anywho, should we go to topics or what?
Yeah, we can go to topics.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
All right, so I literally just flipped the page and I just went into this one that is just something stupid that I thought I'd bring up here. But as an American, I want to ask you, what's the deal with the fucking French something? French fries, French toast. The fuck is the deal with that? Because as far as I know, in England, no one calls it French fries. They call it chips.
Yeah.
Why the fuck French fries? They didn't come up with French fries. You guys know that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because, if I remember correctly, it's during the time that they brought some of that cuisine over. that they thought that it was from French, so they from France, so they called them French fries. So
I
like,
demand a fucking
and they
correction
were
on that
fried.
shit.
So I feel like that was something. So like, let's see.
Because I
That's
don't
a good
know the
question because I
origin
believe
of the French fries. I know I
they
read
were
about it.
actually. It says they were made in Belgium, but
Yeah,
I
something like that. But I know the
believe
French toast is a Spanish delicacy. So
mhm. French toast is very good. Yes, they have some great places where you can get French toast around here,
it's not French.
especially.
Do you know what
Yeah.
we call them in Portugal?
What do you call them?
Roughly translated, it would be egg slices because you do it with egg and shit. So
Oh,
roughly
that sounds
translated, we
terrible.
call it egg slices. Fatias de ovo.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Learn
there's a
something
little
new
bit
every
of
day. See,
culture
we
there
just
for you.
here our
Yes,
French toast is just the
French
basically
toast is a
sopped in.
Spanish thing.
A lot of
Crepes.
cuisine is from Spanish like culture. There's a lot of cuisine coming from Spanish culture.
I don't know about crepes. What are crepes? Crepes? I
Crepes?
take crepes
Yeah.
all the time. Um, but yeah. Speaking of egg, that just reminded me of egg penis. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I've never heard of that.
Fuck, fucking Epstein. So I
Oh.
got Bobby Kotick to talk about, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Because there was some development about fucking Bobby Kotick and shit. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I just dislike that they call that shit fucking French fries or French toast or whatever the fuck. Because it's not French, bro. Come on, like, stop, get some
Yeah,
help.
we after we basically ousted the French and the English, we should have basically done like who was it here said call them freedom fries.
Yeah.
Since we won our
Hell yeah,
freedom.
brother. And then have me some freedom fries. How do you guys feel like when people make sort of like a redneck accent or some shit like that? Does that offend you guys, or do you just like chill?
For me, being from the South, it depends on how people do it. There's like good versions of it, and there's really bad versions. Like some people will really lean into it, and they go like way too far, and it's just like they're like, yeah, I was with my sister the other night, and it's like, oh no, no, no. Like that's not how it is around here. We don't just have people being with their sisters or whatever. They think we get into it with our sisters and cousins and everything. It's like, no, we're not down for that. We don't roll that way. It's just it's sort of the meme though. But
Yeah.
usually I just kind of I laugh at it. I think most of them are most of the time people doing accents are pretty funny.
Yeah, because it's typical for people to, when they try to sort of imitate the Portuguese, they just go for Brazilian Portuguese, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
dude, okay, nice culture there, bro. Nice culture. But yeah, like you say, sometimes it's a little bit too far, and people are just legitimately doing it to be fucking aggressive and shit like that. But usually when I do it, it's just for fun. Because I legitimately find the Southern accent funny as fuck.
It actually is, especially if you find like some of the older like Southern accents. It's really hilarious to hear like the women, especially because they're like
Whoa,
they have that Valley
whoa,
Girl accents over there.
whoa!
Whoa.
How dare you say the women something? Yeah, but it's just like
Oh, I'm gonna
the
get canceled for that one.
it's just like the Australian accent, dude. Like, I find it hilarious. Like when people are redneck Australians is just the funniest shit to me. Like, dude.
The Aussies from down under.
Yeah. I
From
feel
down
like let me see if I can find that video of the Australian hero that
Crikey.
saved yeah, with his undies.
Some
guys.
some rednecks do go yeehaw, Gabriel. Some of them.
It's right here, dude.
Especially if you go to a rodeo.
Well, it's really quite funny. I was in bed sleeping at 2 o'clock this morning.
Not that I've
my
ever
wife
been
comes
to a
in
rodeo.
and says, "Oh, the shop's been someone ran into the shop," and I said, "Oh, what?" So I
You know, we
jumped
actually
out
had
of
a
bed
restaurant that was
and
like
all
a
I had was my
roadhouse
undies on, and I walked out the
here,
front
and they
I've seen
a lot of
the
times
car
they,
smashed,
whenever
and
they
I've seen
would
the bloke
sing happy
walking
birthday
back
to
the car.
someone,
And
like
so I
you know,
walked outside
if you
and I
told
said,
the
"Oh, what are
waiter
you
that it
doing,
was
mate?
someone's
Like,
birthday,
you
and
can't
that
be
they
leaving
would
the
they would do a
scene."
big
And he goes,
yeehaw
"Don't
after
be
they
a
sung
hero, mate."
happy
And I
birthday
said, "I'm
to
not
them.
trying to be a hero, but
Yeehaw.
the police are coming." And he just decided he'd scoot up the road, and I
This
just said,
guy's
"Nah, it's not
hilarious.
going on like that, mate." So I jumped in my car, and I started chasing him up the road, and then he went down a side
Are you
street,
hearing
and then
it
the
or
police were coming,
not?
Yeah.
and I flashed them and
Okay.
sent them off in the direction of him. But, mate, all I had was me jocks on, and I was chasing him up the street, and I'm just like, mate,
Back
like,
to the car.
Because you told me that this
Say
was your
shit.
mate's shop and you didn't want him to get away.
yeah, well, me mate's mum's had this shop for like 40 odd years.
That's a great
And,
interview.
Look at it.
I love it when people when
it's a mess,
news
isn't it?
reporters
Beyond a mess,
interview
like,
random
words-
people
words
because
can't
the
explain how it is, mate. Like,
random people are
managed to
the
put some pants on in the meantime.
usually
Yeah,
the
mate.
common
Do you-
folk, I guess.
do you
They
feel
don't
like
they
a
don't
hero?
they don't talk like it with a
not
proper
really.
accent.
It's
They're
just
not
something you gotta
all
do for the community,
dressed
mate.
up,
It's
prim and
like,
proper or
you look
anything. They're
after
just
your
kind of
mates
like,
and your
man,
mates will always
you know what I
look after
saw?
you.
You
There
know
you
what I
go.
saw
Good
the other day?
attitude.
Especially
There you
like
go,
in the
guys.
South.
Daniel,
Like,
quite the
the news
Australian
reporters, if
hero
they get
here
somebody
this
on there,
morning,
it's
as to be
hilarious
honest,
because
as
they'll be
official-
like, man, I done did seen him. He ran right across the street, and they're going, he stole that TV. I don't know, man.
Shit, DDR Freak just told me that I forgot about the title and shit. Dude, I'm so fucking bad. Yeah. I did forget about the fucking thing. Gosh darn dang it.
Dad, burn it.
Yep. Yeah. Ook.
that is definitely, you know, that's how I envision Aussies, anarchists. That's how I envision Aussies every time I hear them.
Yeah. It's fun. But it's all in good fun. It's not to be like fucking rude or anything. At least for me. I really find it legitimately entertaining. So it happens for everything. So the Brits is the same thing. Because you also got the Brits that are super like, you fucking hear them talking and it's just like they're, like a doctorate or some shit like that. And then you got you got your typical British redneck, if you will. Also, I just noticed my camera's fucking up for some reason, dude. What the fuck is happening with this? Just is it gooch now? Okay, cool.
Looks good.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
okay,
know. Like, I don't know which is like to me, most Brits, unless they're like a construction worker over there or something like that, they sound really proper, regardless of like how their class is. Like how however much money they have, it doesn't like seem to affect like a Brit's like speech as much as it does like in the US. Like in the US, you know if someone's like poor or rich depending on how they speak often.
Have you ever seen Shameless? Like the actual
No.
British Shameless?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It is quite something else. Like you can actually, if you watch that, you'll be like, oh, okay, all right. It is pretty rednecky sometimes for the Brits. But okay, So what else? Do you want to go for one of your topics? Do I go for another one of mine, or
We could start off with one of mine here. So the I don't know if you knew. I don't know how. I know that I follow a Romanian YouTuber, and he's talked about that this has even permeated into his some of their news, but about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and I mentioned that like last week, but they just finished up today. He was found not guilty on all of it because he clearly defended himself in the middle of these riots, and I didn't, I know you don't know a lot of the details about like what that case was and what was going on there, but I thought maybe we could have more of a general discussion of like self defense. Like how people, when they defend themselves, like how far, uh, you know, should these laws go, if anywhere, in regards to you being able to defend yourself and your property too.
right? I'm totally in the blank with this one, so it's up to you.
I mean, you don't have
honestly
any
feel like
opinions
I
on that?
said
Like we
the last show we did, I feel like in this situation, I feel like it was the best opinion I could give about him sort of getting out of it. I I don't know, man.
Well, I mean,
I
I
don't
was
know.
saying we could have more of a general discussion of like, so a lot of our self defense laws are very carefully worded to where like basically you have to be about almost being killed where before like you can actually enact your self defense. That's how a lot of the way the laws are written. So I don't know. Like, I wanted to see what your opinions are. I guess maybe as a from being from Europe, kind of see what you thought about your right to self defense and those just the general sense, right?
We don't have guns, so
No, I mean like knife or anything. Just defend yourself, right? Like even fist. Like if someone comes up, like what do you think should be the right to self defense in that kind of scenario?
um hmm. I mean, if someone's coming at me with a knife, I think it's justified to shove a knife in their faces as well. If not, if they're just unarmed and coming at me, I feel like it's kind of like, why would I use weapons against someone who's unarmed, man? I'm not a pussy.
Yeah, but what if you don't know? Like, what if they have a switchblade in their pocket and they can literally like grab it as they're punching you and basically stab you?
I'm not a pussy, man. Just fucking eat that
Take
shit,
the
man.
stabbing. Take
Yeah.
the stabbing.
I mean, I got plenty of layers. I'm like Shrek, so I've got plenty of layers to go through. So I'm all good on that note. But no, dude, I don't.
Wendy's is trash. I don't see the system as master. Like I don't think that the laws. I don't agree with the laws. Honestly, there are a lot of laws that I think are useless, and I think we don't. There's a lot of reason to throw out a lot of useless laws in legislation. Uh, and that's kind of where this argument is coming from. Actually, is I don't agree with a lot of the laws and statutes that are basically handicapping people from being able to defend themselves.
I feel like that's so controversial though, because it's like it feels to me like it depends in that regards.
Well, I mean, so someone someone provided a good example of like if someone's taking say someone's taking a TV from your house and you stop them and then all of a sudden they pull something on you, like they pull a weapon on you. Well, you have to be able to be capable of defending yourself some way, and you don't, if you don't, either you're going to have to defend yourself with your fist, or you're just gonna have to be able to defend yourself. And in a lot of states, you don't really have a right to defend yourself in the event that someone does aggress upon you, like actually comes up and tries to attack you. There are even some states that just basically almost you can't defend yourself. Period.
There's states you can't defend yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, that's
like
stupid. Then that's fucking stupid. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna take it and fucking leave it at that? Like, that's stupid.
Yeah, there have been people who are in lawsuits because someone broke into their house and then they defended themselves against the person for breaking into their house, and then now because the person got hurt on their property, they're being sued because of it. They're actually like legal cases on that.
Oh yeah, we had something happen like that here actually. A cafe, someone just barged into a cafe to rob shit. The owner fucking beat the living shit out of the thief, and the thief came out and fucking put a suit on the guy, a lawsuit on the guy. So it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? So you got a store, someone comes in and rob it, you fucking beat the living shit out of the robber, as you would, and you're gonna be in debt because of someone who tried to rob you. Like, what the fuck kind of bullshit are we living in, dude? It's like, doesn't make any sense.
That's the problem, and that's kind of what I was trying to like get this conversation, because it's like there's a lot of blurred lines about what self-defense is, and whether you can defend yourself, and there's a lot of laws that prevent you from doing that, and if you do, then you're going to get sued into the ground because you defended your property or whatever, or defend yourself.
Yeah. Man, the thing is, the kid used a gun against people to shoot people, and that's just kind of like dumb, in my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, but if you saw it play out, and if you knew, like, if you understood the culture and understood the weapons, like, you understand
the adrenaline kicks in and makes you sort of like just jump into something, and it's whatever the fuck you got, in hand. It goes. So it was probably what fucking happened here. The kid just sort of felt fearful and went like, yo, I got a gun in my hand, I got a gun right next to me, so let's go. But
well, it's actually it wasn't even that, like, it was even more granular than that, because the guy was actually trying to grab his gun. So that's when the guy got shot. He didn't shoot until the guy went to grab his gun. You have to like, I think some of the chat is sort of agreeing with my point here, is that basically in my personal opinion, I think you have the right to defend yourself and your property regardless. I mean, I know it's not legally that way in a lot of places, but you have the right to defend yourself and your property full stop, like, completely. It doesn't matter if someone's on my property and they're stealing stuff. Even if I think they're stealing stuff, I have the right to defend myself and my property, as long as they're if they're aggressing on me and my property, they should not be there, and they have no reason to.
Yeah, but he was in a rally, right, or a fucking manifestation or whatever, right? That's not his property.
Well, he was there to help. Someone had asked him, like, "Hey, can you come down to this car lot?" Basically, he was going down there to help someone he knew.
Not his property, though. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, like, he defended himself. He was like, at that point, because when someone attacks you, then you're defending yourself. It changes.
I agree with what Nine is saying there. If someone's trying to harm you, they don't stop after you've tried to take them down, you might have to kill them. I agree with that. Right. But outside of that, I mean, if the case of they don't stop after you've tried to take them down doesn't apply here, then it's kind of like, yeah, dude, Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you should just be allowed to basically like, snipe people down or whatever, but a lot of it is that no one else can get in, understand what you're, feeling and what you're dealing with, or even what the situation is. A lot of legal, authorities, police officers, they don't know what's going on at your
I,
house. They don't
I
know
feel
somebody's
like
broken in 6 times. They don't know what's going on 90% of the time. They don't know if someone's trying to mess with anything. So, yeah, to me, a lot of it should be down to you and you being able to own yourself and defend yourself.
yeah, what Nine is saying, it's a situational thing. You got to be in it to read it and decide. Yeah, because it's hard to sort of. Of course, Normak is fucking defending the motherfucker who shot people, dude. Of course, you fucking religious cuck. You fat American. Go lose some weight, dude. Says the fat guy to the fat guy. No, but like I don't agree. I don't fucking agree with using. I mean, again, I don't agree because I don't know the situation, but it's one of those things, If
Yeah.
if it was me, I feel like it's a situation where you don't know the adrenaline kicks in, and the situation's happening, and you've got something next to you or some shit, and you use it. I don't fucking know. It's one of those situations, man.
Yeah, but I just thought that would be like that would be a good topic to talk about, just self defense in general, because for me, I think that a lot of the legal system and the systems that be basically are not wired for people being able to own themselves and be able to defend themselves. So
Yeah,
I thought it'd be a good thing to talk about there.
yeah. I mean, it's a good subject, but it just for me it's hard to talk about it not knowing much about it, and it's also hard to talk about it because as someone who's not from I'm not used to that culture ever, and I don't like guns in the first place. So, yeah.
Yeah, you should go to a range, try it out sometime.
Nah, I'm good. I rather do blades. Um,
But speaking of beatings, I guess in one way, we can talk about how Black Friday is coming up. Like Black Friday
oh,
is going to
dude, I
be
actually I actually had that to talk about. I actually
so.
had that to talk about.
Yeah, Black Fridays comes up next week. I think Cyber Monday's on Monday after that, but um, Black Friday, the day that people think that they can get all these cool deals on stuff. Let's talk about how it's actually a scam in most
It
cases.
is
It
absolutely.
actually it
It
actually
is.
is a scam because a lot of times they will mark up prices like the week before, and
Yeah.
then they'll drop the prices to a similar, like a normal level, and then all of a sudden they uh they act like it's a sale.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that. 100%. I've seen it happen where basically you have the tags for the prices, the price tags on a fucking supermarket or some shit. And some people during Black Friday, where it was like 50% off and things like that, and they literally went over there, took the fucking tag that's on top, removed it, and there it was, the fucking real tag, which was the exact same price as it was during the Black Friday, but the Black Friday tag just had 50% off, but the price was exactly the same. So it's just stupid, It's just predatory bullshit to get people to buy things in mass. I feel like.
Yeah, well, I call it consumerism at large, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Consumerism, being that they want you to consume. There's the sort of that meme. I don't know if you've seen it, like consume, and it just means you want telling the corporations want you to buy products. They just consume, buy the product. And then
I mean, it makes sense that they want you to buy the products, right? That's how they sort of profit and shit. But the way they go after people to buy their products, that's just the thing I think it's stupid. You know, just like the way they're talking about, like the thing you posted on Twitter about the skins for Valorant and shit. Like that's predatory bullshit. And like I told you, I think the price or the effort it is to sort of sell like a pair of earbuds, and the effort it takes to make a fucking design for a weapon that's already an asset that's been designed and it's already existing. Sure, you can argue the fucking like dragon gun or whatever on Valorant fucking has effect and all that bullshit, and a lot of them do as well. But it's, who gives a shit, man? Who gives a shit? You know, it's still as like infinite supply. It doesn't take anything to sort of like put it out there to market, you know. Well, a little bit, maybe to do like a couple things on Twitter or some shit, but it's basically effortless. And they charge fucking $100 for that crap.
So here's where I think that you could make an argument that like some of these skins, if they were like NFTs, I know that might be like sort of a controversial thing, but like if it was an NFT and you only like 800 people could get this one skin or something like that, then the value may be like $80 for that skin may make sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Like if it's unique art, if it's like a commission, if it's something unique that's gonna be for you specifically, absolutely, I agree with that totally. But you know, it's like whatever, man. If it's not the case, if it's like something that everyone can fucking get,
yeah. If everybody can own it, there's really no reason that you can produce something digitally and just basically be like, oh, you know, well, you have to pay $80 for this. Like, no, I'm not paying that. Like, if I can just, if everybody can get it, what's the point of me buying this? And a lot of people just do it just to look cool, you know.
Exactly. That's the fucking problem. It's fucking flexing in social status. But another thing is, I'm literally just blanking. Okay, cool. That's neat.
Black Friday sales.
Blank Friday.
Friday.
But basically, if they made it like sense, let's say a skin that's not like the greatest is like sort of 25 cents, and a skin that's like a little bit better, right, it's like €1.50 or some shit like that. I feel like that would be kind of a little bit of it kind of would make it better, you know what I mean? Like the shit would be sort of people would get it more, right? But it is what it is. Normok is really coming after me, dude. Who hurt you, bro? Who the hell
Clearly
hurt you?
You did. Clearly
I did.
You hurt his feelings.
I've never done anything to that guy, but I don't know, man. I feel like he's insecure for some reason. It's okay, dude. Everything's gonna get better. No, but yeah, I feel like if the prices were lower, more people would get it, and because it's infinite supply, it would then in result mean more profit.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know, it's just a feeling I have, right?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the scenario, like depending on how, depending on what value proposition it has, right? Like, is it going to be, to me, I've studied a little bit. I don't claim to be an economist, but looking into economics and understanding like finance and the economy, Just from what I look at, a lot of things just come down to subjective value. Like what is the subjective value of these items? And usually it's going to be what people are willing to pay, and if people continue paying, obviously the price is not going to go down until people stop paying for it.
Right.
And then whenever or if there's a large supply, it all comes down to scarcity and how scarce something is, and if it's easily accessible, like if I can go buy 100 milk carton, milk jugs, whatever, in right now today, then probably the price will be cheaper than if I come tomorrow and there's only 10 milk jugs, to be able to buy. So
Yeah. Yeah, like toilet paper, right?
yeah, the whole toilet paper craze of 2020. We literally couldn't find some for weeks. It was so ridiculous. Luckily, we'd already stocked up.
Fucking stupid ass people, dude. Oh man, we're going to I mean, we've been into shit since the dawn of mankind, but it is what it is. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about anonymity. And this is kind of, I sort of wanted to talk about this because of our crab games we played the other day, where if you remember, we were in a lobby with a person named Bella, and so, like, they just kept soliciting nudes from this person on a regular basis, and it's like, do you even fucking know if this person is like an adult? Do you even know that shit? And people, because of anonymity, do all kinds of shit, and it's so fucking ridiculous,
Yeah, I mean, it's like people on Twitter, right? So there's a lot of people on Twitter who will hide behind their anonymity, and they'll basically just say like the most insane things, like especially if it in regards to basically certain p words. If we're talking about, they call themselves maps. I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh yeah,
Have you
yeah.
seen maps? Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah, that's disgusting, and I don't know why. Like, it's allowed on Twitter though. Twitter allows that, but then they ban a lot of other stuff. It is absolutely insane. But these people can hide behind their anonymity, and they can say stuff like, "I believe," the, they can believe that they like children or whatever. It's so weird.
Yeah. Gabriel knows this, and I know this, and we had deep dives into this kind of shit at some point. Dude, I feel like some do that shit just for the shock value and to sort of get a reaction out of people. That's about it. If they sort of left the comfortability of their homes or the comfort of their houses and went outside and like you say, touched some grass, they probably would fucking change their minds.
See, I don't know. Like there's actually there's a lot of movements that are being more. There's actually a college professor that got in trouble last week for saying that being a map was okay, and that should be something that's psychologically studied, and actually, they said it was okay basically, and that's a college professor saying that. It's actually evil.
Yeah. I mean, it is because I am all for privacy and shit, but the problem with privacy and shit is that sometimes it's very fucking dangerous because you have decent people with very good intentions who want to improve the world and stuff. Then you have shitheads that are gonna sort of quote unquote profit out of the shit that people come up with, if that makes any sense. Like, the things that people make that have good intentions, they will use it, and it'll have sort of a path into fucking evil shit. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like the I think anonymity is good in general. I would say in general anonymity is good because really, especially in today's climate, especially today's political climate, if someone was to know me and to know like what was going on with if someone could look at every single tweet and break down every single thing that I say, then they could basically just go right after me in my personal life and try to destroy my whole livelihood and destroy my whole life and career. But so I think anonymity protects from a lot of that kind of stuff. But I do see where I think for younger people, anonymity is really bad. I think for older people, like people who are adults, anyone who's an adult,
Mm,
anonymity, generally speaking, is pretty good. Except for on dating apps, I would say on dating apps, anonymity is not really a great thing. I think that should be more of a personal thing because you should want to know who the actual person is that you're trying to get to know.
yeah. Uh, dating apps we talked about that last show, didn't we? Like the predatory fucking things they do to get money out of
Yeah.
people and shit. Yeah.
Get some like real losers to basically like, hey, pay premium, and then we'll boost you and try to get you in front
Yeah.
of more
And
more matches.
they got fucking pictures of models and shit. And then they just put like a weird name and they ask models and stuff. Probably go
It's
on
like
fucking Fiverr, ask some like good looking woman to record a video like, hey honey, how you doing and shit. And then there you go.
yeah, it's like it's her name's like Luna Lovelace or something like that. It's like, oh, that sounds like a that sounds like a prawn name. Definitely a prawn name.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. But I mean, I'm all for anonymity myself. I'm just not for it widely available, if that makes any fucking sense. Because people are fucking weird. I mean, if you put weird people in a like, in four walls and nothing fucking seeing them, weird shit's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the like people who are basically terminally online, I guess. Yeah, I mean, some of those
Yeah,
people are really dangerous because they basically like they live online and they don't really know what's going on in the real world at all. So there's a lot of problem with that, and that's why a lot of these people end up doing some of the things that they do. But I think in general, anonymity is more of a net positive than negative because I really don't want to have to like expose my actual person to be able to have an account on social media or anything, because then I'm gonna have a lot of people trying to follow me and see what I'm up to, even though they're not entitled to knowing about what's going on in my life or
yeah,
what's going
that
on.
makes sense. So now asked me to explain myself. Um, okay, so basically, if you are spending a lot of time on the internet, essentially, you can block people, you can fucking close shit, you can just do all that kind of stuff. If you don't want confrontation, if you want to ignore somebody, you can do it. In the real world, that doesn't happen. And a lot of people don't know that because they spend so much fucking time on the internet. And they need a little bit of that for discipline, and they need a little bit of that, the fucking real world, to understand that your stupid ass doesn't really matter that much.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that like I said, that some of that comes down to they just need to touch grass. Like if they get
Yep.
touch grass, then a lot of them they wouldn't be this way. They wouldn't be the way that they are. But being anonymous online is pretty crucial to a lot of people to be able to. The only problem that I have whenever people are anonymous is whenever they whenever they cross and blur the lines of real life and on the online, basically sort of like the Boogie 2988 thing. I don't know if you remember that. Like if you saw the
Yeah, yeah.
Boogie controversy, like where someone actually came to his house. That's kind of the idea. If that line blurs between what's online beef and real life stuff, that's where it really becomes a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I agree with that, but it just all comes down like in the real fucking world. If you got like a bunch of people that are drunk around you and this decide to fucking mess with you, you got to either deal with it or just they continue to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to deal with it and be like, "Yo, motherfucker, get the fuck out of my face," or they're just gonna keep doing it. It's same thing with bullying. If you deal with bullies, they most likely will stop. If you keep letting it happen, it's just gonna keep on happening.
Well, and I can say that from personal experience because like my parents basically told me to be a pacifist, and this is why kind of I think this is why I value my right to self defense. I guess more than a lot of people, like like what you're saying. I think I value it a lot more
Dude,
because I
I'm not against
was
self-defense. I'm just not necessarily towards, oh, I'm somebody's
well. I'm saying
dashing
I
at me.
value it.
I'm
I
gonna
value it a
get
lot
my gun
more.
out and shoot their asses. You know what I mean? It's like I don't. It's just different cultures, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is, I value it like very deeply, like because especially having a family, I guess it just changes your perspective. Like, really, like, hey, I'm gonna really defend this to the nth degree. But like being someone who is on that side, I guess I do see like
I had a
being bullied
motherfucker
and
trying
allowing.
to punch me, and I grabbed his neck and I almost choked him to death. If it wasn't for his friends, I would have choked that motherfucker to death. I would have killed that motherfucker. But I was also drunk and it, I went kind of blinded. But it just it's just one of those things, you know. So I'm for self defense. I just, you know,
Yeah, but I know what it's like to have been. I was bullied in high school, and my parents basically had taught me. They taught me that basically you should be pacifist, and essentially you should turn the other cheek and all that stuff. It's so dumb to even think that that's going to solve your problem. That turning, oh, you have to be the stronger one. You don't fight back. I'm definitely not going to teach my child that. I'm going to teach them, like teach my children to defend themselves. To like, if someone bullies you, like, look, you're going to have to hit them back. And I know that they're going
yeah,
to get in trouble for that. Like in modern schools, they're going to get in trouble for that because that's how modern schools operate. They don't care about what the truth is. They don't care if they've been trying to be picked on for 8 months. But if he defends himself, that's what I want him to do. I want to teach him, to
yeah, I
be able
agree
to
with
defend
that.
himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Violent drunk pig says nine. Yes, I can be pretty violent if I get drunk. To be honest, there's a there's a couple situations I recall that I wanted to start fights when I got drunk, but because I'm kind of intimidating, uh, I'm not intimidating for Norma because he's behind a screen, so it's obviously he's gonna feel like he's the best guy ever, but it's yeah, I got out of a lot of fights because of that. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Always defend yourself. It should be your right to defend yourself if you're gonna get shit towards you.
Yeah, I mean anyone who attacks first, they had it coming. I mean that's literally it. If they attack first, I mean I wouldn't tell like I said, to I wouldn't tell them to instigate it and like go start fights. But I mean if someone starts a fight, I want my children to basically be able to finish it completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds a bit harsh to teach kids to hit back because the world hits first. Just want to be left alone. I mean, yeah. Don't
Yeah, I
we all,
mean that,
dude?
and that's I don't know your sort of political leanings, Gabriel, but yeah, like that's sort of the libertarian perspective, and that's a lot of what I adopt. I grew up watching Ron Paul and Thomas Sowell and some of these people, and they just kind of just want to be left alone and don't want the government involved in their life and don't want other people to be able to tell them, what to do or basically be violent towards them. And that violence, be people being violent towards you, you just want to be left alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, okay. So you want to add anything to that?
No, I think
Or
that's I don't know what I don't even know where we started, honestly, at that point. Oh, anonymity, yeah, that's where we started. Yeah, I mean, that's just the basically the position that I have, that anonymity is generally a good, but I do think that a lot of people take being online too seriously. That's, I guess, my final verdict on that.
yeah, I dig it. I dig it because also like shit posting, but it can be dangerous. That was the whole topic, right? It can be dangerous because of the whole soliciting shit. You know what I mean? So it can be dangerous. So that was the whole point. It's good, it's neat and stuff, but it can be fucking dangerous. Like,
Well, that's why you don't let kids on there though. Like I'm not gonna let my son on there until like he's probably at least 15. So I mean, and that basically be. I mean, obviously, maybe he may play some online games and may hear some things or whatever. But I mean, I'm not gonna let him get on to like apps or whatever, just do all that kind of stuff until he's probably like 15.
yeah,
Jeez.
don't let him fucking listen to Travis Scott either, or any trap for that matter.
If he starts listening to Travis Scott, obviously he's gonna draw a pentagram on the floor, according to what people are saying.
Yep, yep.
Yes, I agree, Rondon. We need more Kyles.
Right. I bet you guys all sit and I bet all you guys would sit by a fire talking about guns and how fucking to do the gun stuff. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
if I didn't want to scare the stream, I have one probably like 30 feet away from me. So
Ooh. All
oh,
right.
it's definitely gonna get somebody. But
Um, what else is here that I kind of wanted to approach, or do you have something else to talk about
I
out of
guess we
your
could talk about
topics?
we could talk about the OBS controversy if you want to talk about
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah, so basically the OBS controversy is that Streamlabs, which has been sort of I would say a leading um extension or some shit like that for streaming services, they essentially went over to getting they contacted OBS prior to releasing Streamlabs OBS. They contacted OBS, and this is on Twitter and shit, and they asked if they could use the OBS thing, right, to use it as Streamlabs OBS. OBS says no, we don't like we don't want that, but because OBS is like open source and it's free to use, they essentially just did it anyways, and they trademarked Streamlabs OBS, and then they sold Streamlabs OBS to Logitech for $89 million. And yeah, it's kind of stupid. And there was also some development that they were working on this thingy on the browser. So basically, it's just like OBS and stuff, but it's on the browser. So everything happens on the browser, right?
Yeah, they copied the light stream thing. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
exactly. Light stream, exactly. So it's just like it was a literal copy of the website. So those guys are absolute fucking cunts. They're trash bags at Streamlabs, you know. And honestly, the motherfuckers that got away with it are those that got the 89 million, whoever it was, you know. I'm assuming they still pay their workers, hopefully, but they just got 89 million for something that was technically stolen.
Yeah. It's crazy that they were um allowed to use the name, and I don't know why, like that Streamlabs OBS, you know, they why did they even think that they needed to release that? And it's kind of crazy that they took all this like liberty with being able to like fork the OBS and make their Streamlabs OBS and do all this stuff.
It's because of
And
the
then
alerts and all that shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like due to the fact that they had the alerts for the streams, they just wanted to integrate, in my opinion, they just wanted to integrate the alerts along with you know, what OBS already had, right? But they wanted to do their own shit. And honestly, fuck Logitech for buying that shit, you know?
yeah, well,
Like,
well
why
what I'm
would they
saying is
even
like someone here in the chat mentions like OBS literally stands for Open Broadcasting
Yeah.
Software, because it
Exactly.
should be open source, and it should be you know, it should be open, completely open system, right? That people should be able to. The idea of open source is that people, you know, branch off of this product. You know, they make their own version of OBS, and then they improve the original OBS, and that's sort of what open source software has been. But instead of that, you know, basically you have Streamlabs wanting to hijack OBS, because some people were saying even if you yeah, slobs, yeah, literally slobs, it's the worst.
Yeah.
But if you like, I don't see, they just wanted a branding. Some people said even if they searched for OBS, they would get Streamlabs OBS. It makes no sense.
You know, a lot of people said I tried Streamlabs OBS once because a lot of people said Streamlabs OBS ran better on their computer than the natural OBS, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. I tried it, bullshit, absolute bullshit. OBS runs 10 times better than fucking Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs OBS was very heavy on the performance for my computer, and maybe a lot of people that think Streamlabs OBS is not as heavy as the original OBS probably is because their computers are good and they don't even notice the difference, or they're good enough anyways to notice the difference. So maybe there's like some thing here and there that you just like might notice. They might open the task manager and they'll go over there and just look at it and like, oh, OBS is using more resources than Streamlabs OBS. But in reality, Streamlabs OBS is heavy as fuck, dog. Lead. No, but yeah, it is heavy as fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, like Streamlabs OBS wasn't even good. Like the only thing that was any good about it was the alert system. That's the only thing. On regular OBS, like I don't know if you've toyed around with it. I can actually, since I'm a programmer, I can write scripts for OBS to be able to use some stuff. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and there's
and
all
I
kinds
like
of
that
plugins, and there's all kinds of shit, and you know, it's a neat little fucking application. You know, it's still heavy on the computer compared to, like, for example, Marilla's Action. But the problem is Marilla's Action only, like, it can stream, but it can only stream like if you open the game and then you stream it directly from the game. You can stream the screen or a display capture or something, or a window, but essentially it's difficult to sort of like, you want to switch games, you got to stop your stream. Or it's not going to be as valuable as it is if you have full screen and you basically use the thing, the application with the game on. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I just fucking completely twisted my words and everything. But yeah, fuck Streamlabs. I've been using Stream Elements since 2018, dude, and Stream Elements has been fantastic. I mean, they got you can have a page for you can have a page for like kind of a website. You can even like grab a domain and sort of redirect your domain to that page. It's pretty great. You can do all kinds of shit. You can put images within the browser source, so you can just literally have one browser source with a bunch of shit. It's great. It's fucking great, right? So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Labs, dude.
I started setting up Stream Elements. I should completely move away from Streamlabs. I basically have already.
Oh, you're a
already got
filthy
some of it.
fucking Streamlabs user. You
Yeah, I
rat.
was. I mean, I didn't think anything of Streamlabs as a company before I found out all this news, because I didn't really, they only take a 10% cut. Now I didn't think anything of all that stuff, and a lot of people used it, so I didn't really think about the company itself until I saw a lot of what they were doing here.
Yeah,
So yeah, I completely switched. I got everything set up on Stream Elements. I just need to set up my overlays to look a little bit better.
Yeah, that's understandable. But it's pretty cool. I like Stream Elements a lot. I mean, they could be better than the probably. Hopefully, there's not going to be like some development that they're fucking dipshits too. But thus far, they've been really, really good. So yeah, go Stream Elements. Fuck Streamlabs. So yeah. That's pretty much any other
That's
developments
it.
from you?
That's the tweet, right?
That's a tweet longer. The
tweet.
So
longer.
I guess it's been 2 hours. I guess we could go into like Bobby Kotick's deal. This is an interesting one. So I've talked about Bobby Kotick and the whole Blizzard thing before here on MSP Ways with with the shows I was doing. But Bobby Kotick was kind of like standing in the dark, just sort of like lurking in the shadows. Despite the very, very, very the very juicy compensation or whatever the fuck it was that he got, for his work in the company, like $100 and something million. So like literally one of the best paid fucking executives in companies and shit. And turns out there were some developments about this guy, who, by the way, was on the Epstein's Black Book. I wonder why. I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what possessed somebody to end up on that Black Book.
Yeah, it's got to be a great person. Just got to be. Out of all the fucking probable thousands of people that fucking Epstein talked to, because technically that's what being in my opinion is what being a businessman.
Well, he wasn't just a businessman. Like, you got to think about this. He was managing accounts for people. Epstein was managing a lot of financial accounts for a lot of big names in the air, in the sort of American space and the American culture.
So he was essential. So even even reinforces what I'm saying, because he has to talk with a lot of fucking people, right? And get to know them and sort of like build the rapport with them. So essentially, what would make this particular motherfucker go into the Black Book is oh, it must be a great guy, dude. Must have given like some fucking bagels to Epstein or some shit like that. But anyways, so he was lurking in the shadows, Bobby Kotick. For the people who might not be aware of what I'm talking about, Bobby Kotick is the president, CEO, whatever the fuck, of Activision Blizzard. He's been the president of Activision for many years prior to the merge with Activision Blizzard, or with Blizzard. And he essentially has sort of like been the guy that's been the head of the whole fucking thing. And this motherfucker was aware of the whole shit that was happening on Blizzard, because why wouldn't he? I mean, he was literally fucking part of it. And he never did anything. And apparently he put a woman to deal with like some shit going on, and he arrested that woman, and that woman reported that she was arrested. And she said that the sort of like the executives, the people that run the company and shit, were not any better than what they were trying to do. So like it was basically contradicting themselves. And he also threatened to kill an employee, or to have an employee killed, basically. He wouldn't do it, he wouldn't get his fucking hands dirty, but he threatened to have an employee killed.
Bobby Kotick actually threatened an employee to death.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I agree with a lot of the accusations, but some of them, I wonder if it wasn't just like maybe he did say something like one off that there's some level of the accusations.
He
that
did
I don't
this
know,
twice,
like
by the way.
Oh, if it's twice, then maybe
he did this to a Blizzard employee, I believe, and he did this to a flight attendant with his private jet that he co-owned. He did the same thing. He also threatened to have her destroyed, basically.
I wonder if that's not just him just saying that out of power, though. Like, I'll end you.
It doesn't, dude. Doesn't matter.
Like,
doesn't matter how fucking powerful you are. If you say something like that, personally, if you say something like that to me, man, I'm gonna fucking headbutt you right there in the fucking face. Like, fuck you, idiot. Who the fuck are you? How dare you tell me something like that? What the fuck, man? Get the fuck out of my face, dipshit. And then he pretended. He also started pretending like he was a gamer and shit. Hey, who are you trying to kid over here, man?
No, he's just a businessman. Like that. Yeah. Just like Bobby Kotick saying he's a gamer is just a meme. Because like the whole idea is just that they're running businesses, and these guys, people who become CEOs, are literal just sharks. Okay, and that's sort of why like
they
the
don't
idea
give a shit
of
about people who they don't give a shit about people who play the games. They just want the money from them.
Yeah, I mean, like it's never been about the products for a lot of these people. It's like they got mommy and daddy's money, and then they were able to get on a board to be able to be a CEO. And then once they've been a CEO of a garbage company, and then they want to be the CEO of a bigger company, and then they become a CEO of a little bit bigger company, and it just snowballs, right? I mean, like that's kind of that's how a lot of these people end up making it. So it's just scummy the way a lot of the only CEO that I actually even have any respect for is at this point is Elon Musk. Like Elon Musk actually
Elon Musk
called
is
out
more of a I actually was like expecting you to say that, but Elon Musk is more of an inventor, if you will, more of a creative person, right?
Yeah.
This dipshit is just, like you said, he's just a shark. He's just out there to fucking profit out of everybody, literally. I don't think he gives a shit.
Yeah, but I mean,
about
like,
else.
Yeah, but I mean, like Elon at least like he's personable. He understands, like he doesn't act like he's necessarily above anyone, I guess.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Keanu Reeves. You know, like. He doesn't like Keanu Reeves is a great actor, and he doesn't really like look down on people, from what I can tell. Like, I mean, you don't see any stories about Keanu Reeves being like a really mean person, but there are a lot of celebrities that you hear being really mean to people, and Keanu Reeves just isn't one of them. And that's sort of like, I don't know. It's just the mindset, right? Like Elon Musk doesn't have a mindset that he just thinks he's better than most people. So you know that's where.
He played Overwatch. He was an Overwatch player. Or is, I don't know. But yeah, he talked about Overwatch in an interview. And I was like, oh, cool. So that just made Overwatch a little bit cooler for me.
Yeah, I mean, Elon's a regular guy, like other than being rich. I mean, he seems very very down to earth, other than the status that he has being rich and being a celebrity.
Yeah. Then another thing I wanted to talk about this whole thing with Blizzard and shit is that essentially, if you think about it, a lot of people started talking about Jeff Kaplan because he left the company last year, I think, and it was a surprise for everybody. And turns out there was also some development on this, and somebody on Twitter who worked with him said that he was not part of this whole thing. He actually sort of developed like the team 6 or whatever the fuck they call it, the team that develops Overwatch, developed a good team of developers and programmers and artists and stuff that worked on the game. And people defended Jeff Kaplan as this guy who is down to earth and he fought the corporate bullshit. And if you think about it, hold on a second, I know you want to shit on Overwatch, but if you think about it, 90% of Blizzard games are legitimately fucking monetized up to their fucking esophagus. And if
all Activision, Blizzard, yeah,
Overwatch
everything
is not
as much, I guess. Yeah, it's not to the degree.
Dude, the only thing Overwatch has is the fucking loot boxes. They don't sell you skins for money. They don't sell you levels. They don't sell you anything. They literally the only thing that makes them money is accounts and loot boxes. That's it.
So you're making a case for Overwatch is the less monetized game?
It is. No, I'm making a case as Jeff Kaplan, who was the guy behind Overwatch, was the guy.
I remember this interview. I think I know what you're talking about.
The guy that kind of fought
it's not
like
as monetized.
Corporate bullshit and stuff because people started doubting Kaplan because when he left, a few months later, this whole thing turned worldwide about the Blizzard lawsuit and stuff, right? So a lot of people were like, dude, fucking, what is Kaplan involved in this? Because he also was one of the beginning developers for World of Warcraft and stuff. So he was technically one of the people that were responsible for the success of that game, and people were sort of like wondering. And I feel like it's pretty cool that there's women who worked in the company with Jeff Kaplan, who came out and said, he was a pretty down to earth and a pretty cool dude. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What is John about? They have speech therapists who train you how to speak and body coaches to tell you how to move your body.
They're saying that like Elon and Zuckerberg are androids.
Okay.
Yeah, they're talking about how.
Oh shit! Drink,
I just think
motherfuckers.
Drink.
What is that? Is that water?
I use water and I have these flavors. This is actually grape.
Grape these nuts. Got him.
Only Bobby Kotick would.
Yeah, dude. Like,
so I mean, for me, it's the whole controversy. Like everything that's been going on with Activision Blizzard is just crummy right now, because between their delaying of the game of Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2, it's not just that. It's the sexual assault allegations. It's the deceit about like the Blitzchung controversy, those kind of things. Dude, it's been a laundry list of things that Activision Blizzard has been doing wrong for like the last 2 or 3 years. And
I don't want to sound biased, but Overwatch 2 kind of fell victim to the whole lawsuit bullshit where they're trying to figure shit out, right? So I don't want to sound biased. I am a little bit, not gonna lie, but
it's like,
like, come on, don't hate on Overwatch just because it's from Blizzard, right? Because like the developers are trying to do something cool and shit. And this development recently with like Kaplan and stuff kind of really proves the fact that they're trying to do a good thing with the game, but they're just being caught in this whole fucking whirlwind of bullshit that they did with World of Warcraft, you know, and Kotick. That is just tough.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a tough situation to say because, like, a lot of the I assume that a lot of the general employees are okay. They're good. They're not like bad people, but I think that a lot of the management always ends up being really bad because they just don't care about the product. They don't care about the consumer. They don't care about they don't really care about the employees in general. They don't, and that you know, you could argue about that or whatever, whether or not like how fair are they paying the employees or whatever. That's what a lot of people want to do. They want to say,
Yeah.
oh, we need to unionize, or that's what I've been hearing is, you know, we need to unionize against. No, unions aren't going to change anything with the structure of the system that you have going on there. A lot of it just comes down to they need a completely different overhaul of the whole system. You know, the from the top down. Like just start
Yeah.
firing people until you get to like basically the average Joe worker, and then go work your way up from there. Promote up your company, and don't really just let a lot of these people who are scumbags, you know, run the company.
Which is hard because a lot of them that run companies are scumbags.
I mean, honestly, I would I would look at the person who's most capable as just a regular employee, and I would say, okay, now you're the new manager. You know, like the most capable employee, and then just as long as they didn't want the job, I think get the most capable employee that doesn't want to be a manager over anyone, and say, okay, now you're a manager, and then they'll understand that they don't want to be micromanaged or whatever, and then that would be the perfect person to work in that position.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Uh, man, a lot of people are sort of demanding that Bobby gets ditched out of that shit. And I agree. He should be fucking jailed at that point. At this point, he's just like fucking going into jail, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of it's going to end up being hearsay if that you know if that's kind of the idea. But you know, it gets to a point where, especially if you said he made threats, that there may be people who actually want to, you know, act on, you know, get him put away for that. I don't know.
I mean, somebody who fucking gets like 120 million bucks compensation. There's something wrong with you, dude. I mean, fucking hell. Does even Bill Gates get that sort of compensation with like one of the biggest companies in the world, or Bezos? And I'm not.
Well, I mean,
I'm not trying
Bill,
to defend them. I'm not trying to put them on the fucking pedestal as like fucking saints or some shit. I'm just saying that, you know.
well, they're in a lot of different, like they're in different stages, I guess. Like Bill Gates is already completely. Bill Gates doesn't even participate in Microsoft at all. Like he just has a lot of licensing, you know, obviously because it was his product. So he still makes, you know, revenue from Microsoft, but he doesn't actually have any role at Microsoft. So Bill Gates, you know, that's a whole different story. But as far as regular CEOs, I don't know where his pay scale would be. I think they did some kind of comparison, but I
I
don't
think
even
there's
think
like
his
a highest paid CEOs. Let's see if I can find something here. You can keep talking.
yeah, but I mean, like I think that based on Bobby Kotick's
Oh, dude,
CEO,
look. So, all right, you can look at this. I'll post it in the thing. There is, so the first one is Playtika Holding Corporation. I don't know what the fuck that is. Paycom Software. I don't know what the fuck that is. One Life Healthcare. RH. And in 5th place for
Bobby Kotick.
2020, Bobby Kotick with 155,000 million. Wait, is it million? It's
Yeah,
million.
that's million. I think that this
bucks, dude.
You have to think about this though. Some of it they've taken in stock options, so they haven't actually exercised that right to be able to sell that stock. And I think that a lot of these numbers are based off of the stock price at the time. And if you look at Activision Blizzard stock, it's been down. It's been down a good bit.
Well, yeah, but the whole development only came out. The lawsuit only came out in 2021, right? And this is for 2020. Then when he got this payment, so the stock at that point was kind of okay.
But he didn't sell. He didn't sell the stock. So unless he sold recently, or unless he sold before this controversy came up in 2021. He still wouldn't have the right to that amount of money. It would a lot of it is in stock options.
Okay.
So I'm just sort of make you aware of. So a lot of these numbers that they throw out, that it doesn't mean that that's actually how much money they have in the bank. It just means that they have stock options that they can, or the amount of stock that they can exercise and sell at any time. And like I said, if that value has gone down, and if he held the stock, then he's probably a lot less this year than last year. Because the stock has been down over, let's see, over the past 6 months. It is down. I want to say
he's
it's
a
down.
piece of shit nonetheless. Like all of that, I don't understand the fucking thing. I've told you before, and I believe I've told that here on the show. I am a fucking moron when it comes to finances and economy and all that shit. So I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand much of it. But what I understand is that he's a piece of shit, and he should be fired. He should go fucking dedicate himself to like farming or some shit. Which he probably would sort of pay people to do that for him. But yeah.
That's what Bill Gates is doing. He's buying up all the farmland, don't you know? Like, I saw that post and I was like, oh my gosh, Bill Gates buying up a lot of farmland. Like that's not sus at all. That's not suspect at all.
Yeah, dude, fucking, I don't like executives. Never did. Don't think I ever will. Anywho,
yeah,
I'm
like
dancing. So I'm dancing here for like about 5, 10, 15 minutes because I need to take a leak real quick. So I'm gonna once again, like last show, I'm gonna give you the stage, and you interact with chat or you talk about something you want, and I'll BRB. All right.
Now that I've taken over the chat, now that I've taken over the show, the Maze of Thoughts podcast, now we can enact the master plan. Yes, master. It's anyways. I guess well, one good thing that we could talk about here is I like the markets, and I like to talk about the stock market. I found it interesting that there's a lot of different companies actually coming out and coming public on the market. I don't know. What do you guys think? I really wish there was a way, and I don't know if there's a system in place, and it may be sort of based in the DAO governance of the crypto space. But I would like to be able to fund companies without actually go through the stock market. I would like to be able to have some sort of private ownership in companies without having to have them publicly traded. That would be a sort of cool thing. But I don't know the legality behind it. Whatever, that's sort of a uh, shady area, I guess. It would be cool to basically say that my company, someone could fund my company if I wanted to, say, make some kind of make some kind of gaming company myself, because I've been wanting to, like make games and do stuff myself or whatever, and it would be cool to have people be able to invest and make that a reality. But part right now would just be me fronting it myself. But if if someone that already exists, what is how does that already exist? I don't know of any way that you can get funding for your business without having to go through the standard avenues of publicly listing your company. It's kind of like an ICO, but I don't really know. Like, I don't know if you can do actually, list allow people to invest in your company without going through a lot of legal process to basically make it a sort of a public company in any way. Maybe I'm just fuzzy on the legality of it, but
How you doing?
I don't know if you did you wear your headphones in there, because I thought I saw your mic going, and I was like he probably heard me doing my little spiel.
No, no, no. No.
Hmm.
Just got here. But feel free to keep going, dude.
I did have someone. I was playing games with them, and they had they had like headphones that were wireless, and they walked over to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden you hear them peeing.
Yeah. That's pretty
It's like, come
funny.
on, man. I was like, come on, man. At least have the decency to mute.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably be like, but I feel like it's pretty funny. So,
Well, I will let you
were
take
on about?
over real quick. I'll let you take over real quick so I can.
I get to
We know we're
piss
switching
yourself
switching
now?
turns. No, I don't want to do it live on stream. Obviously, I'm not like that. What was that chick that did it at the rock concert? Did you see that?
I'm
You didn't
unaware.
see that. Oh, there was a female rock singer who actually did that live on stage on one of her fans.
She pissed?
Yes.
Gigi Allen did a lot worse. So,
Yeah, so I don't do this on the show, real quick.
alright. So, what did it do, guys? Oh no, the fucking annoying fat guy that doesn't like guns is now on air. God damn it. Bring the guy that's from America back. Dude. Well, yeah, it's me now. Rage Against the Machine cover band? There's a lot of those. What is this? Is this the chick? Was she actually fucking, like... Was she actually... naked on the bottom? Oh, that's a dude! That's a dude. Oh, hell yeah, dude. God damn. I mean, shit, man. Trey's pretty cool. Bring him back. Yeah, I bet you'd fucking... Yeah. I bet you'd like I was gone forever. Fucking clown idiot. Did anyone ever tell you, Ron, that you look like a bird? Because you look like a bird. Yeah, there's a guy under there. Holy shit.
La like an eagle.
So, Normok actually posted, is that what you were talking about?
Yes, that's exactly it. Yes,
That is it?
she was actually peeing right on top of him. I was
The
like,
only
oh my
thing that
God.
surprised me was like, okay, well, shit, dude. There's she's pantyless. live.
Yes, yes, she literally like stripped down and just peed on the guy. Like, oh my gosh, like and the guy, like I don't understand why you would
Is
do
she
that as a guy.
hot?
Like, what a simp. I mean, she looks like maybe a solid 5 to me. I don't know.
Whoa. What? Yeah, his face is pretty priceless. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
like he's freaked out. That moment is it's
What?
like, oh my gosh.
What band is this, man?
What was it? I don't remember. The
Oh shit!
oh
Is
the
it
first.
Brass Against? Wait, Brass Against. I feel like. Yep. You're fucking telling me this is a solid 5?
Yeah, Brass Against. Yeah.
You're telling me this chick is a solid 5? This chick is actually like a fucking solid, at least a 9.5. I'd let her pee on me every day, dude. I'm not even joking.
Well, we know about
Holy shit, she's
pig
hot.
standards.
Oh my god, I know what I'm gonna do after this show. God damn. No, yeah, for real. That's disgusting. Whoa, who dares?
It's okay. We still have the VOD there, pig. You know, we still know. We know.
You know what? You know nothing, dude. You know nothing. Yeah, anyways, so anything else you got on your topics that you want to talk about? This show has derailed.
Yeah, this
about 2 weeks ago, since we started.
the show is derailed as soon as we begin, Anarchist. Like literally as soon as we begin, it's derailed.
So you posted on the topics that climate change is dumb. Please iterate on that.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've been seeing all the stuff about climate change. Like people have been saying, like that climate change is a huge problem. The whole UN is saying that we need to reduce carbon emissions. We need to use green energy. Are they pushing that in Portugal like that?
I don't go out, so I don't know. But
No, I mean in your
I
media.
don't think so.
Like
I don't watch
like-
the media. I only watch animations and fucking.
Well, I mean,
Porn.
surely you get a commercial or two, or on Portuguese Twitter, I guess, or is there a bunch of stuff that
I use AdBlock. Like, yeah. I don't know what else to tell you, dude. Like, I don't fucking get any of that shit. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. We're more concerned about football here or soccer here than anything else, to be honest.
Well, like here, they're trying to push this whole thing of like green energy, like electric cars, all this stuff.
I mean, green energy is good.
Yeah, but they're pushing for electric vehicles and stuff like this, but they're ignoring stuff like.
When I was in England in 2018, I heard that by 2020, it would be like an obligation, or they would stop selling gas cars or fuel cars, whatever the fuck, in London, or you would sort of
I don't think
allowed.
It's gonna be. I think it's like 2025. They want to have
5.
Like,
Yeah.
Because
But I was like,
Boris,
okay, that's funny. What are you gonna make electric cars super affordable? Is that what you're gonna do? Because I mean, those things are fucking. I think they're expensive, right?
Well, it depends on like what kind of electric car. They've made some like Ford and I know Chevy are making cheaper models of electric cars, but they're still more expensive than the counterparts that actually take gasoline. So the gas cars are still cheaper.
Ford is, in my opinion, is like a worldwide brand, but I don't think I've ever seen a Chevy in at least here and I don't think I've ever seen a Chevy in England either.
Chevy's kind of more American. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
Ford is trying to branch
I love
out.
Chevys though. Chevys are great.
Yeah, I would love to have an old God, what was that? What was that old
Chevys,
Chevy
Dodge
car?
Chargers are also pretty cool, and obviously, like my favorite is the Mustang.
Yeah, we have so many people who drive a Mustang around here. You wouldn't even believe it. Like
Mustang on these nuts.
uh,
Got him.
Got
No,
him.
but I do like the 60. Is it 68 or 69 Mustang? 68, right? It's a really cool car.
I think it was. Yeah.
Although the Shelby Cobra is fucking sick as fuck too.
Yeah, if I were gonna
But,
pick, I'd pick a Cobra.
Yeah, but the whole, like I told you before, like I do prefer American vehicles over European stuff because it's bikes sound like mosquitoes on steroids. Like no,
No,
thank
the
you very
American
much.
bikes they're like they got some bass to it.
It's like it's like world ending. It's so good. Trucks, with trucks I'm kind of divided on that one. I'm kind of split on that one. I do love European trucks, but I also love fucking American trucks.
Did you see that car that I posted reposted the other day? There was a car that I posted that was they basically made a new electric version, kind of like a old school car for Hyundai. Yeah, it's this one. Let me see. Can I?
Why does my video has always been like looking like I'm doing a Japanese porno? Like there's always pixels here. Like something is censored. I don't understand, dude. Like what?
You stop trying to be DSP here.
But
that's
I
the
don't
vehicle.
have my dick out. And even though if I did, I wouldn't censor it. Hyundai. What is this shit?
Hyundai made a new EV vehicle.
Are we back in like 1982 or some shit?
Yeah, it looks like an old school car, but this is a new car from what I gather. I couldn't find where they actually listed this car. Let's see.
I like the interior. The interior looks cool, but the exterior, like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't know. I like the old school like that. I like the.
Okay, I don't like
concept
I don't like the overly eccentric fucking modern cars, but I do like some modern cars.
Yeah, I mean, like there's like some of the cars become too rounded. I like sort of the blockier builds. That's why, like, when people were complaining about the Cybertruck, honestly, I didn't have many complaints for the Cybertruck. I don't necessarily like all of the design, but I don't really have any complaints about the Cybertruck.
That was the car that Elon Musk threw like a fucking like
the
ball or
threw the
some
ball
shit
at it.
and it broke the window.
It broke it.
Yeah.
He's like, these are bulletproof glass. It's like all of a sudden this little metal ball breaks it.
Yeah. Oh man, hilarious stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I don't like that design. It's a little. It's like a fucking bathtub. But I mean,
Rondon's against me. See, I can get the chat against me. Only on the wrong. I guess my taste in cars is just bad because I'm not a car guy. I would say, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not a
car guy either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a car guy either. But I'm like for me it's like I would be down, like considering this design, I would be down with the front if the back wasn't like with that fucking long ass back. If it was like, it would sort of resemble like a Dodge, or I don't know, like a Chevy from those days, or like a Mustang. I'd be more down with that.
Well, they had another one that was a little bit different. Let's see.
But yeah, I'm not that much of a car guy either. I prefer trucks. Trucks is more my shit. Do you remember that that truck that I showed you with the jet engine?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was nuts, dude.
That reminds me of like there's some people who do who do races with lawnmowers, and they basically soup up the lawnmower, and then it's hilarious.
Okay, now this car you linked now, I don't like it. It's too fucking modern. That shit looks like a fucking no. It's too simplistic. Like, dude, who the fuck is designing these cars? Interns? Come on, man.
Obviously the interns are designing the cars.
No, me no likey. Yeah, let me see if I can show the jet engine thing. So it was a truck jet engine. Yep. There's actually one with a drag race. The drag race with like the fucking,
yeah, like at the like NHRA kind of thing.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is fucking neat. It's semi trucks with jet engines. That's fucking loud. Holy shit.
Yeah, I can't even hear you. It's like I can't even hear myself think.
So they got the regular exhausts fucking throwing flames out there.
Yeah.
And then
well, I mean, there's so much heat in there. Like, there's so much heat and pressure built up in there. Dude, imagine just hopping up in that thing and then
this is a drag race, by the way. Look at that sound, though. That sounds so fucking cool. Bow, bow.
I wonder if they can even stop.
Oh, one is getting an advantage, though. Look at that.
Oh, dude. Imagine what they have to do at the end. Like, how can they stop these at this point? It's like
they use
so much
parachutes.
Oh, they actually do use parachutes, like
yeah,
like actual drag racers.
There's no fucking brakes in the world that's gonna stop that.
I did see, like, there was I watched some drag races at one point, and there was one where there was really bad crash because, like, the parachute didn't quite pull or whatever, and then all of a sudden there was one of them. I can't remember if it was when I saw this, but I think they basically went up over the barricade, and they got hung on the barricade. That
right.
Really dangerous when they're like that.
So they were just sort of like, here we go. Look at that. Ew. Just flaming all over the place. And then they throw the parachute.
It just says loud noises.
Loud noises. But yeah. That's pretty neat, dude. Pretty neat. That is indeed pretty neat. It's just flames all over the place. But I like it. I like it. Okay, so what else can we talk about? We're almost done. We got 10 minutes to go. So anything else you got for us? Like something out of your ass, like a topic out of your ass. I got plenty of topics here, but I wonder if you got like a topic out of your ass.
Um, not really. I mean, I guess if you have a topic, yeah, we can go ahead.
I mean, it's mostly gaming stuff, to be honest. Like, for one is dead games. Like everyone is saying, game is dead if it's not like on a fucking very top row of Twitch, for instance. Like
Yeah.
if it's not on the fucking very top row. I put this here because like I was watching a Dead by Daylight streamer the other day, and someone said dead game, and the game was literally on the second row of Twitch. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. Like he was literally on the fucking second row. And I was like, okay, how is that a that game, dude? Like, out of all the games that are live right now, that people are streaming right now, this one literally has enough people to make it like on the second row of games. You're calling it a dead game? This is fucking funny, dude. And this has I mean, Overwatch is kind of dead, to be honest, on in terms of like streaming and shit. Because I think it was like yesterday I saw that it was on the fucking, it was on it had like 5.6 thousand people streaming it.
Yeah, I mean, if people are just so quick to say that games are just dead as soon as they go out of the first row. Like, even people are already saying like games that just came out are dead games. I mean, like the new Call of Duty and New World's a dead game, and
Yeah.
Battlefield 2042 is already a
New
dead
World,
game.
I'm literally looking at it right now. So Call of Duty Vanguard is on the first row right now. New World is on the second row.
Yeah, but
Dead
people already
games.
say like dead game, dead game.
Dead games, absolutely.
Or like even something like what other games are like Minecraft is a dead game. I don't think
Second
Minecraft is a
row.
dead.
Literally second row. A lot of people have been saying like World of Warcraft is dead, that game. Second row as well. Actually holding pretty well. I thought World of Warcraft would be like fucking down the drains
It's
at
probably
this
because
point.
WoW Classic, like WoW Classic, is probably what's keeping people around.
I hate what they've been doing with WoW Classic. Like, just make that shit free for people that want to fucking feel like nostalgia and shit. They're not gonna do it because they're fucking greedy cunts, but just do it. Just fucking do it, man. Stop being such like dumb
Don't
cunts.
you know? You gotta be a good pay piggy pig. Like, you've got to be a good pay piggy. And
I'm not gonna
buy
be
the
a pay
product.
pig though, because fuck that, dude. As long as Kotick is in charge of that company, I will not put a single dime into it anymore. If he's fired, I might. I just might. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, come on, man. You know, like a few years ago, when people started saying games were dead and shit, I went over to look like for actually statistics for games, and I looked. Literally, it was like 3 years ago. I looked for the statistics of GTA San Andreas. It had like 100 and something thousand players on almost on a daily basis. How is that a dead game? It's San Andreas. It's old as fuck. How is that a dead game
Yeah.
with 100 and something thousand players? Like, it's not. It's totally not.
Yeah.
But I hate this new culture, like this fucking modern culture these days. It just fucking like, come on, man. Why though? Why? So I'm having an idea. Tell me if you agree with this. Do you have things to do prior to the show? After the show, rather?
After the show, I'm probably gonna play some Halo or Battlefield. Either one.
So I was thinking, okay, this is maybe because I'm getting drunk and I'm feeling chatty and shit, but I was thinking maybe we could, after the show, go over to General Voice, because LP Fost is not going to do joculation, unfortunately, tonight. So he's not going to do joculation until the 3rd of December. So maybe we could join General Voice and we could just have a chat in general with like whoever joins. How do you feel about that? Or you just
Sounds
wanna...
good. Yeah, we can chat
Sounds
with
good.
people. Yeah. I like to discuss.
All right, cool.
Especially.
So a lot of these people that are just like sitting here listening to our dumbasses. Well, my dumb ass. I don't know. I don't think your ass is dumb, but my ass is pretty dumb. But all these people that are listening to us right now,
technically, probably,
they could sort of like just make themselves heard, and instead of just sitting in chat and typing, you know. So I think that's kind of cool, and it could be cool. Like we could do that for like maybe an hour or whatever. We go for however long we can, and I feel like that could be neat. So if you guys want to keep chatting, or if you guys want to chat with voice and stuff, you can join General Voice after the show. We got about 4 minutes left on the Maze of Thoughts, officially, that is. And then we're gonna sort of join General Voice, and we're gonna just like try to chat and stuff. Right? You're writing emails, Ron? Fuck you, Ron. Suck my dick, Ron. How about that, dude? Cash me outside. How about that, bitch? I'm fired. I'm so fired, dude. All right. Hey, it was a pleasure. Now that
we got canceled.
It was a pleasure, guys.
Already canceled.
Next week it's gonna be Trey only because I'm gonna be fired. So yeah.
Ron is running a circus. I'm pretty sure. I'm convinced that Ron is running a circus. That's what his business
running
is.
A circus. That's funny. He does Clown World.
There's yeah, that's what that's what's in it. Screw Barnum and Bailey. It's Ron. Ron and who's your partner, Ron? We need that. You have to clearly Barnum and Bailey set the standard. Everybody has to have a partner with their circus.
All right. So we got about 2 minutes left, I'd say. Yep, 2 minutes left. So let's talk about our socials and shit. So I guess I'm gonna go first. And then if I miss something, you can remember it, so you say it for yourself. So my socials is on eldritchpigsty.me, and that's about it. Thank you very much. Trey?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Hive and Vim, Trey50Daniel. I also like to use Twitter a lot, so if you want to follow me there. A lot of my tweets are about, a lot of times I tweet about the free market, capitalism, all this kind of stuff. So if you want to follow me and discuss that stuff there, I also have, basically any other platform you can find me on, Trey50Daniel, stream to Twitch as well, and some of the other platforms.
Vim?
So if you Vim, I stream to Vim as well, and I also have profiles on like Getter and Gab and Minds and Parlor, basically all of them. So go follow me all there. I have a link in my. If you go to my Twitter, I have my whole list of all my links, just one in one go, or I'll post it here actually.
So there we go. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening. I really appreciate it, and thanks for all the chats and stuff. And I'll see you, or we will see you guys on the. For those of you who just sort of bail, we will see you guys on the next week. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.